Hey guys, for today I'm going to talk about top 5 wrong predictions that I personally found. So the first one would be a quote that was shockingly and ironically said by Charlie Chaplin in 1916. He said that the cinema is little more than a fad. Although, in his sense, he might have thought cinema as a trend that is collectively followed for a certain amount of time, cinema has been continuously loved and followed by many people, like even today, and like even for the future. Film business and techniques had matured and evolved throughout many years, and cinema is an influential media that heavily impacts on today's society. The second quote that I found kind of like ironic and funny and hilarious was said by C.P. Scott in BBC History of Television. He said, "Television, the word is half Latin and half Greek. No good can come of it." So Charles Prestwich Scott was a British publisher and politician who was a Liberal member of Parliament, pursuing a progressive Liberal agenda in the newspaper. This quote that he said is obviously silly and wrong because television now plays a pivotal role in the socialization of the 20th and 21st centuries. It has been significantly used for entertainment, advertisement, and news that has become a commonplace in homes, businesses, and institutions. The third quote that I chose was written in the Variety magazine in 1955, and it says that rock and roll, it will be gone. Although rock and roll is not as popular and predominant as it was in 1940s and 1950s right now, it is not gone as it was predicted in the Variety magazine. Rock and roll did decline in the 1950s and early 1960s. However, there was a process that has been called a feminization of rock and roll, where the field of music was dominated by love ballads. Overall, rock and roll influenced lifestyles, fashion, language, and attitudes that it could not be like simply considered as gone. It has contributed to the civil rights movement by both African Americans and Caucasians enjoying the music. For my fourth wrong predictions, I chose a quote by a British journalist, John Langdon Davis, A Short History of the Future in 1936. He said that democracy will be dead by 1950. I found this both funny and ridiculous because, liberal democracy have come in successive waves of democracy, resulting from continuous wars, revolutions, religious, and economic conflicts. Democracy has set new independent states, and most majority of country states are nominally democracies. For my fifth quote, I chose a quote from a Steve Ballmer by USA Today in April 30th, 2007. He said that there's no chance that the iPhone is going to get any significant market share. Like, understandably, he was a Microsoft CEO at this time, and Microsoft was like most valuable tech company in the world that was incomparable to Apple. But it was the time he underestimated Apple's market. Yet, I find this a bit arrogant because most of us are using iPhone and all tech devices that are from Apple. So now Apple is like the most valuable company in the world, and Microsoft is building its own hardware just like Apple. So I found this very ironic and funny.